Well, hello. I don't know what was going on with my music. It could have been just fine, but I was hearing something different. Hello and welcome. We are back. We are back from the retreat. We are back for the first time since I since we left, and I am excited about today's show because I have some of the ground crew here who made everything possible. I am so excited about today's show with those who work behind the scenes. Because guess what? I have been a corporate meeting planner for over 20 years, and it is not me. It is certainly the team that makes it all happen. So today I wanted to help you guys meet the team. But before we do that, I just want to say welcome to the show. Welcome to the I Am That Woman movement conversation series. I am super excited about being back from the 5th annual I Am That Woman retreat. It was absolutely amazing. We had a star-studded lineup. I tried to tell you guys before we left that all of the women who were coming from Cassandra Cummings and Dr. Jean Porter King and Karen Calabrese and Latia Vaughn and Orlena Norwalka Blanchard and Tori and Dr. Lockett, who co-hosted everything. I tried to tell you guys that we were going to have an amazing, absolutely amazing experience, and that is exactly what it was. So to start off the show today, I have a little something that the ground crew hasn't even seen, at least some of them. And it's a little sneak peek into what we are doing next. Because guess what? We have some big plans on the horizon. God has been blessing us for 5 years to have the I Am That Woman retreat. And we're not done yet. And that saying comes from something else too. We're not done yet. So we'll let you in on that secret in a minute. But without further ado, I'm introducing you to our next. Take a look at this.
I wanted to bring the ladies to a place where they could feel the spirit of our ancestors. And truly, this is a place that resonates the strength, the courage, the passion that our ancestors had to have, but yet we survived, and yet we are still fighting, and yet we are still thriving in our culture. We are thriving in our womanhood. We are thriving in our sisterhood. And we've come to this place to pay our respects. We've come to this place to feel our courage to come up for our next, because they had to fight for their next. They had to fight for their freedom. And even now, in 2024, we are still fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for our freedom politically. We are fighting for our freedom in the boardrooms. We are fighting for our freedom in the courtrooms. We are fighting for our freedom as women. We are fighting for our rights every single day. Being on this ground gives me the strength and the courage to keep fighting. That is the mission of the I Am That Woman movement.
I am that woman!
Did you see that? Documentary coming soon. Yes, we are producing a documentary all about the I Am That Woman movement and what we are all about. And that is Black women's health and wellness. This year's retreat talked about our 6 pillars, which is our mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, physical, and nutritional well-being to help us get to our next. So this year we had an amazing destination, the U.S. Virgin Islands. We stayed at an amazing resort, the Westin Beach Resort and Spa at Frenchman's Reef. And we also had an amazing lineup of speakers. But before we got there, we did weekly planning. We were flying high with emails and text messages and phone calls and ordering supplies and all of the things that it takes to make it all happen. So it's not just me. I have a wonderful, and I am blessed to have an amazing ground crew, as Connie Lindsay in 2019 affectionately called those who work behind the scenes. And so it's not just me, it's us. And I want to introduce you to the us who works behind the scenes. First, we have Shanita Muse. What's up, my sister?
Hi, Twyler. Woo! We're back.
Next, I'm bringing on Shanita is our production person. She produces everything before and during the event. She'll talk more about that. Next, I'm bringing to the stage our Big Mama, affectionately known as Captain Big Mama, Jessica Halbert.
Hey! Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, hi.
How are you?
I got my captain hat on.
I see that. Next, I'm bringing to the stage our other half who just helped. She went in the day before. I think that was for her to get some R&R before we all started. But next is Tyree Jenkins. What's up, Ty?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm
I
good.
was getting ready to bring Shy on, but for some reason her camera is black. So I don't know if she's not there or not. I don't know what's going on. I want to bring her to the stage and she's not there. So I'll wait a few minutes. And next is last, but certainly is not least, because baby, he put on the star-studded show at the end of the last session. And that is my boo, Dr. Algene Garner.
What's up, y'all? Hey, good to be here. Happy Friday. Good to see everyone. What's up, Big Mama?
Hey, how you doing?
Big Mama said, hey, how you doing? All right, so today's show is all about how we make it happen. And so I'm going to let each of you all introduce yourselves and talk about what you do for the I Am That Woman movement and retreat. And then we'll circle back and talk about what you got out of this year's amazing retreat. So first, we're going to start with Shanita. Shanita, as the production manager, what do you do to help make this all happen?
Thank you so much. It's so exciting. It has been an amazing journey. It's a blessing. I will share my testimony another time of how I started working with Twyler on the I Am That Woman retreat, but it has definitely been an amazing journey and blessing to be a part of not just the movement, but the team. I've had the opportunity to meet some amazing women from across the country that I never would have had experience had it not been for this I Am That Woman retreat and movement. And so I'm just so excited, Twyler, that you were just able to bring these amazing women to the forefront that we would not have otherwise known. And so my job is to really work with the speakers, preparing them for the I Am That Woman retreat, making sure that it is a seamless process from them getting to the retreat, making sure that I know what are all of their production needs. Are they going to play a video? I started the theme song. So I ask every speaker to have a theme song. So we played their theme song while Twyler is introducing them and just making sure that everything is working in excellence and from a seamless perspective in their presentations. And I'm blessed because I get to be in the room. And so although I'm under pressure in the hot seat, I also get to be in the mix of all of the amazing things that are happening in the ballroom. So production is what I do, from lighting to what the stage is going to look like, all of the graphics. That is what I have been entrusted and tasked to do for the I Am That Woman retreat for 4 years, right? For the past 4 years and counting. If she'll have me again, so
4 years, man. So the only one that you weren't there was the first year,
the
and
very
so
first
ever
one.
since then, you have been there and absolutely have our back. That the music, the lights, the sound, running the stage, it's not easy. It is not an easy task, and so you keep us even on time and on task. I don't know what my camera is doing; it must be recognizing something. So I'm gonna turn it around a little bit because it's jumping. All right, next, Big Mama, what's your role?
I am the travel director, and I am responsible for getting all of those wonderful speakers to the destination. I'm responsible for getting our ground crew to the destination and others. And I have been doing this since the inception of I Am That Woman. I remember when we were traveling, Twyla and I were coming from a conference, and she shared her vision with me, and she shared the budget. I said, "Ooh, child." I say, "You think it's gonna work?" She said, "I'm gonna make it work, Big Mama. I'm gonna make it work." And she has. She has taken us from Mexico to Hollywood, Florida, to Arizona, to St. Thomas. So she has made it work. And so that's what my duties are. And I also work with my big sis, which is Shiree Jenkins, on registration. So we share doing the registration and getting everyone in the system and making sure everything is okay, their names are spelled correctly, just everything that registration encounters.
And
So
it is
that's my
no
role.
small feat. Registration
No, it
is
is not.
no.
No, it is not. And then I
And
also am. I found out that I am also the security person. I am in charge of keeping everything in its place. So that's
that
what
is
my role
true.
is.
That's why she got that hat on, because she
Yeah,
Captain Big Mama. Because
Captain Big Mama.
she in charge. And let me tell you, keeping track of payments and keeping track of flights and keeping track of when people arrive, when they depart, what time, and picking them up. And I told Big Mama that I'm gonna make sure that she does not have dementia knocking on her door anytime soon.
And she
Yes,
has kept her word. I forgot to mention we were in Phoenix, Arizona, too, one year for the
that,
retreat. Yes,
that,
yeah, and she's
that was
keeping that dementia way away from me.
That's right. Got to keep that memory sharp. Big Mama be
Yeah.
on it too. She might have to say, "Wait, wait, wait." Okay, yeah, that's right. But Big Mama be on it, and I love it, and I appreciate you so so much.
Well,
All
thank
right,
you.
Tyree, I'm gonna come back around to you, Big Mama. Tyree, you joined us for the first time this year. Well, I think working, I should say. I think this is in Mexico. You was like, I will not be a part of the ground crew. I want to go to the spa when I want to go to the spa. I'm not doing that. But you came on this year and helped us out. So tell us a little bit about what you did at the I Am That Woman retreat.
I am a John come lately, but I'm the one, as the scripture says, oh, taste and see that the program is good, because I don't want to miss any part of it. I was supposed to be doing merchandising, but I had to taste and see what the retreat was bringing, and I already knew what was bringing. That's why they couldn't keep. I guess I wasn't on my job like I should have been. But I did
Big Mama
merch.
had your back.
Huh?
Big Mama had your back.
Yes,
Big
I
Mama,
did. Yes,
Ari,
I did.
and Angela and anybody else in the vicinity, because I was out there doing the Tai Chi or whatever it was, and on the beach and doing the hot yoga seat and in the room. So merchandising was my assignment, but
Merchandising was her assignment.
tasting the program was my call.
Her mission, right? Her mission. All right. So appreciate you. Hopefully, I don't know what is happening with Shiree's camera. It's still black. So tell her that if her camera's not working, just to come down with you and I can get both of you guys on screen. I hope. All right. So let's circle back to Dr. Al Jean Garner and what his role was at this year's I Am That Woman retreat.
To keep you sane.
Is that a big role? I tell you.
Yeah, that's a full-time job.
That's a big role.
But something I don't take lightly. But I think when you look at behind the scenes, what makes it work is really hoping to connect those dots. So I went from merchandising to photography to helping with the food to trying not to drive Big Mama crazy to getting on Shanita's
Yeah.
nerves. But
Yeah.
but it's really, I think, I I would say if I had to encapsulate it, is doing those things to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible, right? So my main role this year was to do photography. Last year was food and beverage, but I had more fun with photography this year. But as I've said to others, having done similar work with my mom, I'm kind of aware of the things that people don't see, and it's those little things that can make or break an event. So really, just building bridges, connecting dots, and like I said, keeping you grounded. Praying, and then turning to the Lord and saying, "Lord, this woman you gave me." Uh, so yeah, but
A
yeah,
whole
just
lot of that.
really just being a help and an assistance where I can.
You were a jack of all trades and a master of all of them, but your role was a photographer. So you really captured the images. You really were there to be behind the camera to tell the story, which is a critical and which is really important. Yeah.
It is. People say, well, you're a psychologist and you are a chef and you are a photographer. Well, yeah, I am. But the connecting string through all of that is people get to see my work, right? And it's impacting someone's life in a way, shape, or form that I may or may not know until down the line. So with photography, this is going to be a story that is going to be told a year from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And I want people to see it as it is. The event itself was amazing, very powerful. The only comparison that I would have as a man is if I had all of my favorite chefs in the room and direct access to them. Super powerful, right? And you're not going to get that anywhere else. But when people see the photos that are going to come out and will be going across time, it will talk about that because the energy comes across in those photos. And it's like really capturing that moment so that it tells that story at that time.
Absolutely. And thank you for capturing and telling that story. We're going to be sharing some of those and telling and showing all of the amazing work that you captured this year. All right, now I see Shiree is with Tyree. They probably gonna have to close that blind because that sun is coming right on in there. Seems like it's warm. Hello, Tyree and Shiree.
Sherry, you have a halo. What an angel.
That she is. So Shy, tell us. We affectionately call her Shy. That's Shy. Shy, tell us about your role for the I Am That Woman retreat. What did you do this year?
What I've done for the last 5 years. I'm the registration manager. I take care of all of the women, which is very uplifting because they're always so excited. Everyone is so polite and can't wait to get together. So it's always so, what did I say? Joyful to talk to the ladies, and then on the day that they arrive to match the names to the faces. I also round this year along with Big Mama doing the reservations. So a lot of detailed work. It's a lot to work with, getting them all together.
Yes, it is a lot of work. And that's why I said, listen, it is not just me, it is this entire team. And we even have some other ones who aren't with us today. Angela Faison is right now doing at an appointment. I won't put her on blast if she's getting her hair done. Oh, I said I wouldn't put her on blast. So she unfortunately can't be with us, but we also have someone else who's new to the team this year who's absolutely amazing. CL, what's up, my brother?
Hey, CL.
Oh, he might be having some technical issues. He just got off work at 4 o'clock, so we weren't able to do a pre-check. Come on, production man, make that mic work.
Don't put him on the spot like that.
I know. Okay, so I'm going to remove him from the screen until we can figure out how to make his mic work. Edit mic settings. Let's see if we can do that. No, I don't know, CL. We got to, but while CL is, maybe you have to go out and come back in. CL joined us this year as our production guy. Adrian said, "Hey Hollywood, that must be for CL. All right, that's something new I just learned. Hey Hollywood, okay, I'm gonna hear that story. So we are also here to make this fun. You guys have shared, um, uh, what you did for the retreat. Now, tell us a little bit about your experience. So, I know Big Mama doesn't get to necessarily be in the room, but in 2021, when we came back in Florida, Big Mama, we broadcasted. And so you were able to like listen to it because we were doing it virtual. So you have somewhat of an experience of what the retreat is all about. Okay, hold on. Before you go there, Big Mama, let me see if I can bring CL back to the stage. Can we hear you now? No, we still can't hear you. Put you on mic and then unmute. We still can't hear you. Oh man, the devil's always in some kind of details. I get it. Okay, I'm gonna say when all else fails, they always say go out and come back in. So hop out and then come back in, and then when I see you come back on stage, I'll bring you back in. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the question of what did you get out of the retreat, and how, if in any way, did it impact your life? I'm gonna start with Shanita.
All right. I wanted to make sure I wasn't on mute. So, oh my goodness, there's CL. He said he good again.
Let's see.
Y'all can hear me? We good now?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hey.
Oh, CL, didn't you do production? What's up, bro?
Good. I'm good. I'm glad to see all your faces again. What's up, everybody? Good. What's happening?
Let me go ahead and put that name back up there.
What's up, Adrian? Hey, I'm get you for calling me Hollywood. You know what that doing. You understand what you're doing. I see you. But no, how y'all doing? This is amazing. What's up? What we doing here? What's going on? The whole crew. What's up?
I know. Yeah. It's the ground crew. So the first question that I asked was, what was your role at the I Am That Woman retreat this year? What role did you play?
Well, I played the. Oh, you asking me? Okay, cool. So I was a documentarian, film producer, and production team, video production team, and then of course, whenever a hand was needed, I got two of them ready. You know what I mean? If anything, putting together backdrops or anybody else needed a hand, filling in wherever the need was necessary.
Awesome. And then my second question was, which Shanita is getting ready to answer, is how did the I Am That Woman retreat impact you? What did you get out of it, Shanita?
Oh my goodness, how much time do we have? Okay, I'll keep it.
Facts.
I'm not sure where to start, but I think it is. This can be cliche, but I mean this meaningfully. I just think it is life-changing experiences, right? And there are a lot of conferences, there are a lot of things that pull on our attention that say they're life-changing, but the reality is we live out exactly what you say, exactly what you want this retreat and movement to be. It truly is a sisterhood. It truly is an opportunity to meet new people that have similar experiences, like experiences. It's an opportunity to be mentored. It's an opportunity to be loved on. It's a safe space. It's an opportunity for healing. It's an opportunity for growth. On an amazing backdrop, right? So we've been to Mexico, St. Thomas, Florida. We've been to a lot of amazing places. So you get to experience all of that on an amazing backdrop as well. And even though I am someone that is on the ground crew, I do have the opportunity to experience all of the emotions that I talked about and just level up, right? We are all corporate professionals out here in this world. And so we have an opportunity to take advantage of all the teachings and all of the learnings from health to finance etc., just to give us an opportunity to grow and go to the next level. And so that's what it is for me personally. And it's also an opportunity for me to take that experience back to my team and to share with them all of the things that I've learned, to share with them the speakers, the books, and it just supports me in being a better, greater, stronger leader for the leaders, the millennial team that I lead. And so it is a must, right, every year to be a part of it. And I will continue to encourage people to attend this event because exactly what we said they would experience is what they experience and so much more. Every year I'm in the planning, I know what's going to happen, and I'm surprised and I'm excited and I'm overwhelmed in a positive way around what is delivered in that conference. And so the last thing I'll say about it is it's also anointed, right? There is an amazing anointing that is on the leadership of this conference that flows down to the staff and flows down to all of our attendees. And that level of impartation is not something that you get just anywhere. And so, would I say that this is unique? Yes. Would I say that this is special? Yes. Would I say that this is life changing? Absolutely. Would I say that this is the absolute last year that you make up excuses about why you can't attend? Yes, I would say that as well. We're telling you right now that you must attend in year 6. And when you do, your life will never be the same and it will change for the better. And mine has.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, CL, this was your first year. I'm coming straight to you. What was your experience like?
First of all, Shanita, you gotta step out of that pulpit you were just preaching from.
I see how that anointing flows.
You know,
I take offerings.
you know, pass the collection plate around, please. No, so I think my answer will come twofold. One personally and then professionally. Personally, it was a much needed trip. One, and then two, just understanding the nuances behind wellness, your health relating to mind, body, and soul, right? And obviously, it was a trip for women to come and engage in all of those things. But for me, as a man, on the outside looking in, so to speak, um, it was all encompassing. I was there getting, the gems from, just from the outside, being a participant, so to speak. But I just learned that one, you really do have to pay attention to your body and what your body is telling you, right? Because we go through life and through our day to day, the mundane of the day to day, and we just go and go, and we don't take the time to just listen to our bodies and what it's telling us. And that's one thing that I really did learn from Karen is just take the time to listen to what your body is telling you. Control what's going into your gates, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, right? Control those things, right? And understand what you're putting in and what you're going to get out, right? And then one, Twyler, like how hard you have been working to put this on and like the logistics of it. It is no small feat. And then, you being a leader and how you really had to pour into yourself in order to bring people together so that we can all pour into each other. And just seeing how the women were just relating to each other and sharing stories. That was, one of the biggest things for me, just carrying around that camera and trying to capture everyone, doing their thing, right? And not trying to be too invasive, right? And just hearing how they were relating to each other, loving on each other, understanding each other, listening to each other, right? And then it gave me a different insight to the nature of a woman, right? And that's something that I didn't think that I was going to be exposed to, but I had to take a second to look at that, and it was just like, wow, you understand, like the nature of a woman is loving, nurturing. We always hear those things, right? But to see it in action and how you guys really pour into each other and love each other, that's something that that anybody can learn from. Not even just women, but just as a man, what it's like to be in that kind of atmosphere. It was really humbling, to be honest with you. It was really humbling. But professionally, undertaking something that is so massive and momentous, and it was like, yeah, you really do have to account for the things that are happening in the room, right? Being sensitive to people and the moments that they were, being vulnerable. Some things you should capture, some things you got, kind of got to hang back and let them have their moment. Everything doesn't have to be, captured. And then also, I learned some things on the technical side that, doesn't really need to be said, um, but it was all a learning experience for me. And working with a team and understanding like where you need to fill in, and take the initiative, and just be cognizant and aware of the environment around you. So yeah, and just you know the compassion you really do have to have in these kind of situations and or circumstances where, hey, it's what, 80 degrees outside, but it feels like it's 110, right? You got to take care of each other. You got to make sure that obviously we were covering a wide demographic here. You got to care for those who are more seasoned in age, right? And make sure that they have water, make sure that people that they were comfortable or whatnot. So yeah, it was really an eye-opening experience. It was really educational. It was educational on the professional side too. I learned a lot from you, Twyler, from all the entire team, and you guys been doing this. So and obviously again it's my first time, so I was really just learning from you guys on how to engage, maintain, and manage something of this size. And it was really my first time doing anything like this, right? I mean, I've done things on the film side that were just as big, but like nothing like this, right? So I was really grateful and humbled to be able to document it, right? And then having the opportunity to be creative and apply my skill set, and to turn out, I don't know if I'm speaking too far, but the trailer, just finished the trailer, so I'm pretty sure we'll see. I'm really proud of it. I can't wait till you guys see it if you haven't already saw it. But
Well, since you weren't on at the beginning of the show, I will give another sneak peek. This is CL's work.
I wanted to bring the ladies to a place where they could feel the spirit of our ancestors. And truly, this is a place that resonates the strength, the courage, the passion that our ancestors had to have, but yet we survived, and yet we are still fighting, and yet we are still thriving in our culture. We are thriving in our womanhood. We are thriving in our sisterhood. And we've come to this place to pay our respects. We've come to this place to feel our courage to come up for our next, because they had to fight for their next. They had to fight for their freedom. And even now, in 2024, we are still fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for our freedom politically. We are fighting for our freedom in the boardrooms. We are fighting for our freedom in the courtrooms. We are fighting for our freedom as women. We are fighting for our rights every single day. Being on this ground gives me the strength and the courage to keep fighting. That is the mission of the I Am That Woman movement.
I am that woman!
And every time I watch that, it just brings tears to my eyes. Like,
look, y'all, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be of service, and I'm just gonna say that boy is good. That boy is whoever this boy is, that boy is good. But no, thank y'all for believing in me, and I can't wait to finish the documentary, because I got a whole lot, and I can't wait to put it together and work with you all on the editing process, and really turn out a great project for you all.
I cannot wait either. How many hours of footage do you have?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I can tell you how many gigs. It was about 500 gigs, around 500, 600 gigs worth of content. And I would say
Not
at
the hard
least,
drive in your computer.
well, it's not on my computer.
Not yours. I'm talking about Twyla's computer or
Oh,
laptop.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. So like, yeah, it's I would say a good 3 or 4 days in
Yeah.
real time of content.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, we already know just by that. And not only I gotta do one more thing because the board and the staff, I'm constantly asking them to please post on social media. And let me show you all
Peace
this.
family, it is CL of CLA Studios here, giving you a first account of the I Am That Woman Movement Retreat 2024. We just got back from the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, you understand me? And we had a beautiful time at the Westin. What a postcard, y'all. Amazing resort. Shout out to the staff there. Shout out to Twyler for trusting me to document the entire experience. Let me tell you, impactful, inspiring, and let me say transformative, right? And it wasn't even for me, y'all. It was for the women, and I was getting something out of it. So if I can get something out of it, you definitely don't want to miss it. Next year will be regionally, okay? We'll be out here, get your little feet wet there, and then in 2026, we're going back to the St. Thomas. I don't know if it's gonna be at the Westin, but it's gonna look, no matter where it is, it's gonna be beautiful. You understand me? But let me tell you something, y'all. Get there. I Am That Woman movement. Google it, Instagram, Facebook. Get there. Hey, y'all don't talk about my ashy hands, all right? I had just washed my seconds. Hands be dry.
I just appreciate the shout out. I appreciate you coming back being energized, and I appreciate you even wanting to carry it forward and move it forward. So thank you.
Thank you. But let me tell you something. That first day we got back, tired. I know y'all playing like y'all wasn't tired, y'all. Look,
I'm still tired.
Yeah, I already understand. But no, it was amazing. I can't even every time that I look at the footage and I'm going through it, I kind of relive the experience a little bit.
Yeah.
And we did a lot, y'all.
We did a lot, and we still have to do video clips of all the speakers and get that on social media. We still have a lot of work to do to tell this story. All right, see, I only got so much of this podcast to do. I got to go on to Shiree and Tyree. I would love for you all to share what you received, and kudos again, CL, for all the hard work that you did and created in that promo video. So Shiree and Tyree, whoever wants to go first, what did you experience this year?
Well, I agree with CL that Shanita preached it for us all, and then CL just came back and did the altar call to just come on through. So we done had the whole there, and I agree with Shanita, and I don't know if someone else heard me say, but I felt like there was an anointing on this year because anointings break yokes. They help you make change. When you're just at a program and you hear good information, it's good information. Even like going to church, you hear a sermon, but you really don't make a change. It's like you get it, you're inspired, but you don't feel empowered to make a change. And this year, there was definitely an empowerment there. Because before I even got back, I was so hungry. I told this story on meditation the next morning on Monday. It's like, I wanted to stop and get something to eat on my way home, but it would have been something fast and something junk. And again, like CL said about Karen, it was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And that's because what I received was so fulfilling. It was so life-changing. It hit a place in my mind, in my psyche, in my spirit to change. So this year, the empowerment to change was definitely present. I've been to the retreats and I remember a lot of good things from all the retreats, a lot of good tidbits and advice, but it's something about this year, and my terminology is the same. There was an anointing and empowerment to make the change, to live the change. We're doing it every day. I almost did the same thing. Let me go to the store and get some snacks for the weekend, and I didn't. I was like, nope, I'm gonna go get some lemons, water. I'm gonna make some herbal tea. Just having something about having the spirit this year to to persevere and to follow through with all of the good things, even from Dr. King or Lynn. I mean, if you know, Tori, all of spoke so much to our hearts about making a change in every area of the six pillars of health. Every one of them spoke a word that penetrated that I can see and develop something different in my lifestyle.
Beautiful, beautiful. Shiree, Shy.
I was in and I'm looking forward to being able to watch it on YouTube, because I didn't get, I got bits of it. I love what I heard from Karen. Karen kind of touch your soul, make you want to do better. It's just, it's not that hard. And listening to her makes you feel like you want your body better, the way God designed it to be. And society is just getting so bad. I was at the grocery store today, and even though I wasn't there full time to get it like Tyree did, as I was walking around, nope, I'm not getting that. Nope, I'm not getting that. I didn't get any chocolate. I didn't get any preservatives. I got all fruits. I want to do more probiotics. So I got things like that. So it really did touch you in a way that you really want to do better for your body. And especially the age group that we're in. I've learned that you can get away with it in your 20s and your 30s, but by the time you hit your 40s, how you treated your body in the 30s and the 40s going to catch up with you in your 50s. And then when you get to your 60s, you're still doing the same thing that you was doing in your 30s at 50. You're going to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and all of that comes from what you decide to put in this mouth. So it was really, really, really very enlightening, very educational, very informative, and it made you want to go within to do better for yourself. So it was wonderful.
Thank you. Big Mama, I know you're not always in the room because you are manning the table outside and making sure that merchandise and registration is on lock. But you have experienced some of the retreats and you know about the speakers, and when the doors are open, you get to hear. So, what's your experience, even with engaging with the attendees? Tell us about your experience.
uh, and that's it. Shanita did when you spoke about it, uh, and the enlightening that you received from it. You know what I get from it? I see the ladies come out, and when they come out, they are so full of joy. They're so full of exuberance. They just, and they, a lot of them come out and just grab me and hug me, and I was like, okay, I'm just a hugger chief out there. So they get it. They get it. Whatever the word is, they have it because and that gives me joy to see that all our work, what they have, all the work we do, they receive it, and that's what I get out of it. And I remember the year we were in Hollywood, Florida, I think it was, and that was the same year that I lost my son, and we did the sound journey. Is that what it's called? The sound
Yep.
journey. So I was like, what's the sound journey? I don't know. So I said, okay. I couldn't get on the floor like the with the mats and things. I sat in the chair, and so I was in the chair, and and I kind of let my mind get clear. I didn't want to think about anything. And I was sitting in the chair listening to the gentleman and his sound and his voice and the monotone to how the journey and how he does the symbols. Is that the symbols? So what he does in the room. And all of a sudden I hear, I feel something just take over my go up my leg and just go through me. And I was like, what is that? But I think that's what I got out of it because I just let my mind go, and it just the sound and the spirit of things just kind of came through to me. So I was like, wow, I want to do that again. I want to feel that again because I guess it was helping me to release what I needed to release after losing my son. So, that spirit, and it said, okay, let's release something. Let me take some of the grief from you with this spirit, whatever it was. And then I saw the other women, they were releasing and they were crying, and it was a good journey. It was a good journey.
Thank you, Big Mama. I appreciate that. And Dr. Garner, on so many levels, from a psychologist perspective, the programming that we put together is intended to be transformational, as the ladies have said, and it really is to help us in our 6 pillars of wellness. Um, what did you receive out of it, even from a clinical psychologist perspective? Of the content and what we curated.
More gray hair? No. On many, many levels, it was very personal. And I think for this year, it was super personal because of MI. And to see her, to have met her prior to have her do a show with us, to see the challenges that she faced up until the day she took off and actually come, and to see her growth was very rewarding. And so when I think about what the younger generation, and not just the younger generation faces, but all of us, is all of this negativity and negative energy. You're not going to see what happened at the retreat highlighted on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat all the time. You will see these other things that really attack women at their character and who they are. So to see her come one way and grow over a few days and leave completely changed and ready for her next was immensely emotional and satisfying and rewarding. And this is what needs to be highlighted every day, right? And so I'm going to get on my political soapbox, especially for the men of this society. The world is about to change in November, and you better be ready. Our thought processes, our language, our belief system have to be brought in line to what is correct. Um, Outside of that, on no personal note, to have been part of the movement and the retreat for technically 3 years or 3 seasons, each year being more and more involved, to see all of the sleepless nights, the stress, the uphill battles, the promises made by people not come through, only to have God step in and say, okay, we're going to make this happen. To, I would say, tongue in cheek, having to contain my own emotions and feelings when things didn't go right and let God do what God does. And to see it come together is wonderful. And this is what we need. This is what women need. There was so much energy and positivity. And I love what Dr. Lockett did when she had all of the generations stand up and transfer information or breath or life from one generation to the next. And that is what we as a culture, that is what we as a society are not doing effectively these days. And then we wonder why our younger generation is run amok, why takeovers are seen as the norm when it's not. And we can't demonize them. We should not demonize them. We have to look at that previous generation and say, what are we doing to pour into that generation so they know, right? I'm going to date myself. It's like the days of the cassette. So, Twyla, I come to your house because you got the hottest cassette going, and I had my dual cassette player so I could dub your cassette. I dub it. Then I go hang out with CL. He's like, brother, you got that? And he dubs my copy. And then by the time it gets to Big Mama, it is eroded and all of the information is not completely transferred, right? So we have to have a way and have to transfer those lessons, those life things to that next generation without any interference. And as I told a group of young men last Saturday, technology is wonderful, but you are under attack. And you have to learn how to think critically about you, your spirit, your soul, and your body but it's up to us to help them get there. So outside of that, I was happy that it was such a wonderful success, and that everything came together. And even my own selfish plan interwoven into the mix. Thank you, CL, Shanita, and Angela, who's not here, right? So we were able to do that. But doing that video that I did in a tribute to you, hearing how it started to where it is now, really speaks to the love and passion that is there. And you can always tell a person by the company they keep. Now, if I say I'm a pastor, but I'm hanging out, with the brothers in front of Rothschilds with 40, something ain't right? But to see you have these powerful women who, by our society standards, are untouchable, stepped into your life and other women's lives is so rewarding. And Ground Crew, in the time that we have been on, I did put a short clip together of all of your hard work. So I don't know if I can share my screen or if I need to send it to you.
I think you might have to send it to me, but I'm going to share my screen right now because you spoke to something, and Imani posted it on her social media, so it's even on my page. But for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm just going to share. I'm just going to share an experience that we had that that I would say definitely. I would say that definitely. I'm trying to make sure that I can. Can I make it bigger than this? I don't know that I can make it bigger than this. Okay, here we go.
And you are becoming the woman that we have believed that a black African American woman that's strong can evolve into. So I want you, Mama, just for the sake of demonstration, I want you to pour by blowing into Kathy. Karen, I'm sorry, blow, just blow. Don't worry about your breath, just blow. Okay, there you go, blow. 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 So now you have the breath of life of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations. These are your ancestors that are living. It is your responsibility. It's a lot of it's heavy, but you got everything that you need. Amen. You got everything. Tell us that you got everything you need.
You got everything.
Everything. We depend on you. Believe in us and believe in yourself. But most of all, believe and trust God. Grieve, sister, grieve. But remember the breath.
Absolutely love that experience, and thank you for bringing that to the forefront, Algene. That experience that Iman, that all of us had, and the thing that I love about that video the most is how many generations were there: 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, and 20s. And to see and for Dr. Lockett to let Imani, who's the youngest generation, to know you are not alone, and we all have breath, and we all have experiences, and we all have something to share to our next generation, was certainly one of the most, I think, powerful moments that we had in that room at the retreat. Yeah. Great. Awesome. It is cross-generational. So for those who wonder who comes, everybody. From the 20s to the 80s, everybody is there. I can go on and on and on. Algene, I don't know if you can share screen.
I think since we are connected, I have a present button. So I'm going to click this button, and if it blows up, We'll see what happens. Let's see. I can share my screen.
I thought so.
And it's not the screen that I was intended to share. Hold on. We'll get it figured out.
We will get it figured out while Algene is getting that ready. Just in closing, give me one word. What is the best one word that you would use to describe this year's retreat? While you all think about that one word that you would use to describe this year's retreat. All right, Algene, back to you.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, look at me.
There you go.
Those were some great moments.
Yeah.
I love it. Those are some great shots. You have some great shots. All right. Pam said her one word is love. Let's just go and do a round robin. Shanita, what's your one word?
Exceptional.
Exceptional. Ooh, good word. All right. Big Mama, what's your one word?
Fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic.
Shiree and Tyree, what's your one word?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I think mine is tranquil.
All right. CL?
Necessary.
Necessary. Dr. Garner?
Powerful.
Powerful. All right. Y'all should know what my one word is. Bling! That's my one word. My one word is bling. Did it. Hey, look at Tori.
Hey, Tori. Yo.
Hey, Tori.
What's up? Yes. So I can't wait to get that video. CL. I don't know about
I sent it
everybody else. You did? Okay. Well, the only reason why I don't have it to show is that I don't have it. So send that again. I don't know where that video is. So for those of you all who may not know, a very few, Algene, I'm gonna let you tell the behind the scenes story of how all of this came about, because I don't even know.
They want to hear from your perspective.
No. From my perspective, my one word is shocked. Like everybody's like, were you expecting it? No, absolutely not. I am super excited that it happened. Now I can put my finger up there like the whole time. Y'all know.
Wait, I got a little story.
Oh yeah.
I got a little story. You know, the jewelers that were there in the vendors. We had and our vendors. We have to give a shout out to our vendors, because they were great. You know, the vendors that was there, and the jewelry store was right. The vendors were set across from the registration table. So when Algene was coming through, I grabbed him and I said, "You got to go over here and see this jeweler. You got to pick one out." And somebody else came over and they said, "Okay, well, she likes this. No, she doesn't like this." And all the time he already had his thing worked out. And I'm trying to push him, and he already had it together. And then he was like, he said, "Big Mama, get on back over there." He said, "Get back on over there. I got this. I got this." He said, "Stay in my lane." And I was when it happened, I was like, "Oh, wow."
I will tell this story from my perspective. So at the very end, I always bring the ground crew up. I always acknowledge the team who makes it all happen. And so I did that, and everybody was standing up there. And at the end, Algene, I knew he was like, he had asked me for Valerie Tyler's number and Belle Vaughn's number. So several weeks ago. And then, I got so much going on. I really kind of forgot about it, but I kind of had a side eye like, what do you want their number for? So at the end, he said, we want to thank Twyler for all of her hard work, all the sleepless nights, and all the dedication that she, puts into it. And so he had Khadijah to bring roses. Khadijah works for the hotel. And I see this big, beautiful bouquet of roses. And I was like, oh my God, that's so special. Thank you so much. And my first thought was, I hope I can take those home because they are not staying here. And so Khadijah comes up and he says, wait, but that's not all. And so he tells me to have a seat and to look at the video. And I see my mom and Shiree and Valerie Tyler and all of these beautiful women who have poured into me. My mentors, Dawn Still Halbert, who's my business partner in the beginning of this. And so all of them are congratulating me and thanking me. And I am just boohooing. And I was like, this was so thoughtful. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he thought about doing this. That's why he asked me for their numbers. It wasn't nothing else, Twyler. I had that quick thought. Yeah, it wasn't nothing else, Sister Jenkins. So he wanted to do a video. So what you may have thought, it wasn't that. So sit down and watch the video of them saying congratulations. So in that moment, I was like, oh my God, this was so thoughtful. I'm boohooing, I'm crying. And then he says, honey, that's not all. And I have something else. And so when Baritone starts singing, I, of course, at this moment was just a water fountain. I was just crying, like the ugly cry. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now, everybody is standing around me. I cannot see or hear anything. I'm just looking at the video. When I see Algene come around the corner, thank God I have this box sitting right here. When I see Algene come around the corner, well, let me put the ring in it so y'all can have the full experience with the light and the ring in the box is when I really was like, I did not have any words. I could not say anything. And I was completely surprised and overwhelmed. And to have my mom, my sisters, some of the closest women to me, like Belle Vaughn, even though Valerie wasn't in the room, but to have, the ground crew, of course, I would say it meant more to me than what I could have ever imagined and wanted. Perfect time. I know I said something last year when I was on stage at the end. I was like, maybe next time y'all see some, see a little something. And so I did not know that he was going to take that to heart and actually do it at the retreat. So, honey, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you being so thoughtful to share that most life transformational moment for me and our lives at the place that I worked so hard and so diligently to do for others. So
you're welcome, honey.
And
by myself.
Some of the girls, some of the ladies, some of your true sisters, and Shanita, one of them, they actually cried because they were so happy for you. I just wanted you to know that.
So I don't know if there was a dry eye in the room. That's for sure.
No, it wasn't.
When I watched the video, yes, that is the proposal. That is the moment. That is Belle Vaughn pat me on the back. Because I mean, when I tell y'all, I was just in such surprise. Tori said we all cried. I know when I watched the video, I see several around us. And then my mama shouted. So we got to put that on TikTok because that will definitely go down in the books. Definitely go down in the books. Yes, I can't wait to. There is a video that's out there, and I hadn't put it on social media yet. So yes, I wiped his sweat because my baby was sweating
It was hot in there.
profusely.
Yeah.
It was hot, and I know you were hot, and I was definitely hot, but it was great. But with that being said, honey, I want you to know that you are not the only one who can
You got my
surprise
motorcycle?
somebody and
Uh-oh.
give somebody. So I want to give you this big bouquet of flowers to say thank you for the love, the support, the generosity, everything that you do for the I Am That Woman movement and retreat and everything that you do, putting up with my crazy for this ministry. So I have flowers for you and not a motorcycle, but a couple of cards.
So I just want to say real quick because I know we gotta go, and I got grandbaby I gotta pick up in a minute. But I'll speak for me and Angela Faison, who couldn't be on the Zoom today. But I don't know who else was where, but I know we were, right. So we were part of Al Jean's Partners in Crime team, and I want you to know that I'm very good at
CL
keeping
was in there
secrets.
too.
I
You
had
can't
to.
escape.
Who was it?
CL was in there too.
CL. Okay, I didn't know CL yet. I met CL at the retreat, but before the retreat, when we were planning, and I want you to know, Twilight, that was probably one of the hardest secrets, to be honest, I've ever had to keep. I had to keep it from your sisters. I couldn't tell Big, like I couldn't tell anybody. Like I only talked to Angela. So when Elgene called me on the phone, I thought it was work related. He was like, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about something." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So he tells me he's going to propose what he's going to do. I like screamed in his ear. I felt so bad. I was like, ah! Oh my God. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. That was your ear, wasn't it? My apologies. I'm so sorry. So it was like I was focused on my job. I promise you I was. But I couldn't wait to get to that moment because I knew what was going to happen. And I was like, okay, one more day. All right, we got a couple more hours. I had all timed. And then I was like, okay, I got to make sure, the graphics are right. And I just, so it was like, first of all, Algene, thank you so much for even entrusting me with such an awesome, amazing secret. So first and foremost, just thank you. But I want you to know that I was very, very excited for you. I knew what was coming because I had the preview. I had my song selection on fleek. So I had the songs ready after he proposed. So, it all came together. And so, I am, as everyone else is, truly, truly excited for you. You're awesome and amazing to me, as you know. I've gotten to know Dr. Elgene Garner, and he's a great guy. And I am just so excited to dance at your wedding. Absolutely. But it was a team effort. And I think Dr. Garner did a great job because it's very, very hard to get anything past you and keep secrets. And he managed to make it happen. And I am so happy that you were surprised and none of us blew it.
And thank you, Shanita. Thank you, CL. Thank you, Angela. And it was intentional. I selected those who I knew could hold it, maybe not contain it. We could talk about it. Nothing against you, Shiree and Tyree, but I know how sisters are. Girl, something good coming your way. I definitely couldn't tell Mama Jenkins. And so
yeah, and he couldn't even tell Big Mama. He didn't even have me do a testimony. And I've been on the troop for 5 years. And when I was pulling them over there to Bible ring, he was I was like, okay.
Adrian said, I'm a vault. All right, AJ.
So I just had to let my mischievous side outrun your planner side. And as I thought about it, how I wanted to do it, and where you really wouldn't know, because I thought you had figured it out. So I'm like, why is she being so nice to me? What's going on? Something got out. And it was just I wanted it to fit and to tie into last year. I would not have had it any other way. There was no other way that I can think of. Even proposing at a Gregory Porter concert would not compare to that being surrounded in what was your creation, all of those wonderful women, all of that power, all of those blessings. So, and I had to contain myself because I get choked up even now. I can't watch that tribute video. And my boy Baritone, I hope you're watching, man. Shout out to you for doing that. We went in the studio Sunday after church, and he nailed it with one mic and one take. And I have loved that song for years. And when I heard it, I'm like, I am going to play that for someone special. I'm getting choked up. All right, I'm done.
I wiped my baby's sweat. I wiped his tears.
You did
so
good. As the old
and
folks
the
would
other
say.
reason why I was like, yeah, this is not gonna happen, because didn't nobody say what you wearing? You gotta make sure you look cute. Like, I had no clues as to like making sure I was all together.
Exactly.
Nails tipped up. Didn't nobody say make sure your nails look good. I was like, okay, ain't nothing gonna happen, because ain't nobody said what you wearing on this day and that day. So no, you told the right people. I guess it was
And
all
but
good.
I did have a
appreciate
moment
you.
because I forgot that in your office is an Echo, not dot but show, and packages that are delivered show up on there. And the ring box I had ordered, and it popped up as delivered, and I'm like, oh crap! And so I run up and I look in your office, and thank God the screen was blank.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, it was all good. Tori said, I was dressed like I knew. Nope. That was God. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear a little white dress to remind them to wear white that night. So that was God that had me in that little cute white dress. And so it was amazing. Tori said she felt it in the air. So
You are on point today, girl.
Twyla, I don't know how you gonna top next year. I just don't know what you're gonna do.
Oh, we could do the wedding at the retreat. We could do the wedding at the retreat.
Not next year, because we're regionally, so we not having we having a destination wedding. So
okay. Okay, I guess I better get my planning hat and travel hat on. All right.
I
will be a guest at that production. I will be a guest.
Yes, you'll be a guest. No working
I ain't pushing no buttons.
No video.
Yeah, I will be in the room on that one. I will definitely be in the room.
Understand me?
I will be in the room.
There will be no merchandise sales at the wedding. No registration, no check-in.
No.
Like the Groundcrew is like, we off. Just so you know, we are.
I'll be sitting in the first row or the second row. Wherever I'll be sitting in the second, first, or whatever row.
Big Mama already telling me where she see how my planners are, y'all. I love it. I absolutely love it. Listen, I appreciate every one of you all taking the time to tell me about your experience, your role, how the I Am That Woman retreat impacted you. CL already let you all know we regional next year, so y'all better be there. Some ladies dropped it in the chat. Thank you, Tori, one of our powerhouse speakers. Thank you for jumping on. And thank you for sharing that if they were not there. I am actually trying to find that. Here it is right here. If you didn't attend this year, you aren't living. So y'all need to come on and get your living together. What's up, Izzy? So God has already given me the download for next year. This year was mind, body, and soul. Next year, we are going to listen, learn, and live. We're going to listen, learn, and live. So we are listening to what God has for us. We're going to learn more about God's intention for us, and we're going to live in that intention. And so it is still going to be about our holistic wellness, but it's really going to be a deep dive into resting our minds, our bodies, and our spirits, and just going within. So that's the plan. Probably Michigan. So we're still, y'all know, we still in the planning process. It will be in October. Don't know the week yet, but it will be in October, and it will be Wednesday through Sunday. So those patterns, some things stay the same, some things change. Yes, woo! Listen, learn, and live. Yes, get ready. And for those who said, I need to take the show we had this year on the road for a speaking tour, Listen. I hear you, right? I don't think that's the last time that those women should be together, pouring in that level of knowledge, because every last one of them were just powerhouse speakers. So stay tuned for the speaker series that might be coming out with our speakers. I appreciate you all. Have a very blessed weekend. For those of you who call in on the prayer line, I'll talk to you on Monday morning. For those who don't, catch it. Come on and call in. Get your spiritual nurturing and get your spiritual food first thing in the morning. You guys go have a blessed weekend. I love you all. And I will see you next time. See you next time. See you next time. See you next time. What a powerful show. I love my ground crew. I absolutely love those who God has divinely put into my life, into the I Am That Woman movement, to be able to move this forward. We're building something. I'm telling y'all, we're building something. Since day one, I've had people tell me, Tyler, you are on to something. Don't give up. It has not been easy financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. But guess what? When God gives you the vision, He will make the provision. And so keep the faith. Whatever God has poured into you, just know that He is doing it. Let Him work it out, work it in you, work it through you. Not easy, but the best way that I stay committed is how I start my day. And you all already know. We start our day in morning mindfulness. You can join us Monday through Friday. Start your day in prayer and meditation. It's the best thing that you can do. To wake up at 5:30 a.m. on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And on Wednesdays and Fridays, 6:30. It's just a conference call line. It is life-changing. We have ladies already on the line from St. Croix who were there, St. Thomas who were there. So come on and join us. It's only an hour of power that will transform your life. 351-999-3566. And I just want to say thank you again, God, for blessing me with my one. The last thing I want to say is in February, we will have a vision board event, the first Saturday in February. This is something that we have started our year doing because we want to, at the very beginning of the year, to know what God is doing, what He's put in our hearts. So I'm just going to show you all the power of vision. The power of vision. So y'all see that? This is my vision board from February. So the power of vision. Y'all see that ring, my relationship, all the things about what I'm doing and what God is doing. This is my 53rd. So I just want to share the power of vision. Catch it, get it, eat it. I'm telling you, God is doing some amazing things for the I Am That Woman movement and retreat, and I'm glad about it. Until next time, I'm going to roll out today's show with another video clip of what we have loading. Have a very blessed day. Love you all.
I wanted to bring the ladies to a place where they could feel the spirit of our ancestors. And truly, this is a place that resonates the strength, the courage, the passion that our ancestors had to have, but yet we survived, and yet we are still fighting, and yet we are still thriving in our culture, we are thriving in our womanhood, we are thriving in our sisterhood. And we've come to this place to pay our respects. We've come to this place to feel our courage to come up for our next, because they had to fight for their next. They had to fight for their freedom. And even now, in 2024, we are still fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for our freedom politically. We are fighting for our freedom in the boardrooms. We are fighting for our freedom in the courtrooms. We are fighting for our freedom as women. We are fighting for our rights every single day. Being on this ground gives me the strength and the courage to keep fighting. That is the mission of the I Am That Woman movement.
I am that woman.